Good morning. I am making this to get in touch with everyone because 2020 was crazy. I don't even need to go into that and explain it or say it because we all lived it. And I know we've also got a lot of new managers in the past 9 months or so since all this craziness has started. So I wanted to make an updated video just to go over some things and hopefully inspire you and encourage you and get you motivated for services coming up in 2021. So the first thing, I've sent numerous emails about this since April, May. TDHCA is telling us that our required services such as notary, food pantry, weekly home chores, all those services that do not require like a lot of interaction, that those services are supposed to still be up and running and going. And so I am expecting to be seeing these sign-in sheets for those services every single month. Now, for the services that require more of a gathering, they have said that if you can do the service with 10 people or less and the proper social distancing guidelines, masks, and all that, you can have services. So for the most part, we need to be planning services as always and continue to have them. And if for some reason we can't do it with less than 10 people or just, due to COVID, we can't have the service, you need to have your sign-in sheet and document that you couldn't have the service due to COVID. We still need to be doing this documentation. So moving forward in 2021, we are all very optimistic and hoping that it's going to be a better year and a more exciting year. And we hope that things return to some semblance of normal. But we still don't know what 2021 is going to bring or what it's going to look like. So I want us to start thinking now that in 2021 things are going to be awesome and that we're going to get to do services, and we want to be prepared that no matter what happens, whether we cannot have in-person services or whether we can, that we have a plan in place. So, on the online Redbook, we have an entire resident services folder. It has your sign-in sheets. It has everything you need to get services done. And we need to be getting this all documented and really, really push in 2021 to have better documentation. And to help us plan ahead, I'm going to be sending you all a 2021 planning calendar. And I know you love getting assignments from me. So every property is going to get a services planning calendar. And I want you to fill it out and return it to me by December 28th. That's 3 weeks. That's plenty of time for you to get some ideas. This is not set in stone. I'm not going to look at this calendar and say, well, you said that February 27th you're going to do this, and you didn't. I'm not wanting this to be something you live and die by. I want you to just start thinking now and preparing for 2021. And I think for a lot of us, just having a visual and then sharing that visual with me will help us stay motivated, help us with planning, and just some accountability. So for those of you managers without LURA required services, Hamilton Valley requires you to do one service a quarter. So when you're planning your calendar, I have it made where the first month is first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Okay, so in this example, in January, I want to celebrate National Popcorn Day. And if I can have my residents come into my office and get popcorn, or the community room and get popcorn, that's what I'm going to do. But if for some reason we can't, maybe I'll pass out a bag of popcorn to every apartment. Okay, there are ways to still do services and your required services, even if we can't be in person. Second quarter, I'm going to do two because I think we should celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day. Okay, maybe I'll make a craft. Maybe I'll just send cards. Maybe we'll have a luncheon. I don't know. But I want to try to do something for Mother's Day and Father's Day. Third quarter, we're going to have a 4th of July party of some sort. And third quarter, and then fourth quarter, we want to do something for Thanksgiving. Okay, so if you are only required to do the quarterly services, this is something that your calendar would look like. Okay, for those of you with Lura required services, some of you have just a couple to do a month, some of you have a lot to do a month. So yours might be a little busier. I'm not expecting you to write out the services you have to do every month 12 times. Your time is much more valuable than that. So like on this one, I just put, every month we do food pantry, home chores, and notary, and social activities and recreational activities. I'm just drawing a line and letting me know and you know that this is happening every single month. Okay. But also we're going to do quarterly financial planning. In these months, we're going to do something special for Million Mile Month. We're going to have our annual health fair in June. Just start planning, especially if you have services that aren't every month that you have to get in. You don't want to realize in October you haven't done 4 services and you're trying to get scheduled with 4 partners at the end of the year. Okay, so that's really what you want to focus on, are the ones that you don't do all the time, so you sometimes forget about. Okay, so if you have Lura required services, your calendar is going to be a little bit more detailed, but just make it be your goal. I'd love for the bank to come out in February, May, August, and November, but maybe they can't, and I might end up having to move it to March, and then April, and then September, and October. Okay, but I'll still get it in a quarter. Okay, and if we start planning now, we'll be ready. And especially contacting partners, the earlier the better, and also to see what their company or organization is requiring them for services, and if they can do in person or if they have virtual options like that. Now, for our very special group of our bond properties. If you're a bond property, I'm actually going to email you this and give you some more details because I don't want to confuse and overwhelm everyone else, but I also want to give y'all more details. But you lucky managers, you're going to have services for 2 different entities. So on this calendar, my TSHEC services are in purple and my TDHCA services are in green. And I have it planned out for my TSHEC services. I'm planning on doing my community garden and library every month. So I have to add 2 more services to that. And then with my TDHCA services, all but one of them are going to be offered every month. / we have an agreement, so we don't have to offer it every month. So I have those services written down here. And then on my TDHCA part of the calendar, when I'm having my social services with law enforcement, I marked it on this calendar. Okay, and I know this is backwards for y'all, but you get the idea. And like I said, this is not a Bible. It's not something that, if you don't follow, you're going to die. But it's to get an idea and to realize, okay, this is what I have to try to accomplish in 2021. Just to help get you organized. Because if we get more organized now in January, and especially, hopefully, in the spring, as things maybe can open up more, we are ready to go instead of scrambling and trying to get everything in place. Hopefully this will help. I'm always here to help. I have tons of resources again on the online Red Book, and I'm an email away. So just send me an email if you have any questions. But let's really strive to make 2021 our best year for services yet, and we'll continue to be creative and roll with the punches and what regulations are placed out for what we can and can't do. But let's start planning to make this the best year ever. Okay? Thanks. Have a great day.